Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Can they hear me? You guys see me? Hello, welcome to episode 4 of the industry. Oh, sorry. That's what happens when we have like 4 phones and like 3 cameras and all the things. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Good morning. Welcome to episode 4 of the industry. I am very excited. We have an incredible episode for you guys today. We have 2 special people coming on this episode. So get ready for some amazing value to connect with some incredible people. As you are jumping on, as always, if you're here live with us or watching the replay in the comments, let us know where you are tuning in from. Let us know if you have been catching up with all the previous episodes. I'm having so much fun doing this series, and I feel like so is Jake behind the scenes with me. Like the setup right now, I'm so excited for those of you who are part of behind the content, we are going to be updating you as we continue to like revamp the setup. But I'm so excited to not only deliver these live trainings for you guys and this content every week, but it's so fun to figure out like the best way to do this and to share how we're doing it, especially with you guys and behind the scenes to, hopefully make the process of your own shows and content creation a little bit better. So with that all being said, I am ready. Ocean is ready. He's on the floor right now. You can't see Ocean, but he is here. And we are going to be bringing on today, we have Ashley and we have Lennon. The exciting thing about today is Ashley and Lennon are collective members. And so if you don't know, the collective is my year-long membership of all of my programs and all of my courses. And so what's really special about the collective is it's not just access to all the things. We have a really incredible community in the collective, and I really get to have an experience with these people and build relationships with these people because they're in all of the things. So it's not just like having access to all my programs, it's about really growing together. And so Ashley has been in the collective, I don't even remember how many months. It's been quite a few months since I think the beginning of this year. And Ashley is someone who, like, when she shows up to the trainings, she shows up to the programs. Like, she shows up, she does the work. Like, I see her live when she can be live. She does the homework. Like, I'm blown away of how she shows up and really just like does the work and leans in. And the Linen is recently new to the collective, but like the moment she came in, her energy and the way that she participates in the trainings and the master classes and the programs, like, we noticed right away, like, holy crap, this person is showing up. And we actually had a team meeting. It was Tuesday, and we were talking about the industry, and we're talking about how we want to build more and more community within the collective. And we're like, let's bring on collective members to the industry to participate in this. And it feels so good to have everyone on, but also to feature people. So if you guys are watching the industry, it's so cool because you're going to be able to see other coaches, you're going to connect with other people, you're going to be able to see and maybe like fall in love with Ashley and Lennon and go follow them or whatever. These connections are just so powerful. So we wanted to kind of reward and give back to Ashley and Lennon for being so amazing and such incredible participants in our world by bringing them on today. So who do we have first? I believe it's Ashley. And we will go from there. Is it Ashley? Is she ready?
She's ready.
Hello.
Hello. I didn't know I was going first.
You are here. Good morning. I'm so excited. I'm so happy.
Good morning, Steph. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Good. So first of all, your setup is legit. Legit. Good.
We have to thank, this is all Jake. Like, this is all, I just sat down and I'm like, okay, what is this right now? So thank you. I appreciate the feedback, but it's all Jake. So Ashley, do you want to share a little bit just like who you are and what you do? And then your question, whatever first question you have, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, I have a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, you guys. I'm Ashley Rose. I'm a psychic activator and spiritual business mentor. I started my journey as a shadow integration and trauma coach and quickly learned that I love people. I love being in the fire. And I think that there is a beautiful opportunity to heal forward. So to not get stuck in the healing process and to not get lost in the the space of the wounding, but to, if you really, really want to heal on a deep level, I believe that when you go and set forth on building your dreams, your shadows and the woundings come up naturally. And so we address them as we continue to build our lives. So that's what I do. That's what I love to do. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of craziness. It's a lot of magic and illogical thinking, but it's so much fun.
I just want to say, like, I'm all about that philosophy, and obviously, like, that's why you love being in my world, because it's very similar in the sense of like you get to be building something and growing and have the result, but at the same time working on all the stuff. Like, you don't have to heal and do the work and wait. It's like the process, but the process is what brings up a lot of the stuff. So it's like, you like the way that you see heal, or sorry, you said heal forward. It's like you get to move on with your life, you get to build, you get to grow, and then things come up, and how beautiful that you can like work through it, all the good, the bad, the shadows, all the things at the same time. Like, I just think that this perspective is so refreshing, because it's like, I don't want to wait. I don't
Yeah.
want to wait to be healed to do the things. Like, let me go do the things and heal at the same time. But that's a lot to hold at once, and that's why I think the work that you do is so incredible.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's been incredible on my own journey, you know, growing up, being homeless as a teenager and working through sexual trauma, rape, and all the things, and being a mom at 19, 20 years old. I was like, I'm more than just these labels. I am more than just a diagnosis. I am more than all this. Hi, Ocean. I am more than all. So yeah, I like to burn boxes.
I love it. I love it. So tell me, what is your first question? And we'll dive into all of the juicy things.
Okay, okay, okay.
Oh, you got them all written down.
I
I
have
like
all written down. Okay, so Steph, have you ever experienced needing to take a break from your business and returning? And how did you recultivate that energy?
You know what's so funny? It's isn't this Jake, this is so funny. Like, yesterday I took a mental health day for the first, and it's, you might be asking like a big break, like a month's off, but like it's so timely right now that I needed a break yesterday, and I like halted many things yesterday to have space.
Yeah, good.
So I mean, this is what I know is like, I'm in a place where, and we all are, and I know that like this is why people ask, and you ask this to like me as like a leader, like how do we go about taking a break? How do we do this? Like, building a business in this kind of way is so new, and so it's so interesting, because it's like, it's not just about giving yourself grace. It's like navigating giving yourself grace and taking a break, but then also, what does that mean for if you are pausing things or putting things on hold or pushing things back, or how does that affect your team or the client? Like, it's navigating how to do that. And then at the same time, we are supposed to be leaders who are showing how to navigate everything and keep going, like what we were just talking about. And so the biggest thing is grace. We like if you need a break, you take a break, you give yourself the space, because our magic, being coaches or whatever it is that we do and how we share our work with the world, we need to be the best versions of ourselves. So the way that I see it is like, it's part of our job to know when we need to take a step back, and that's of service not just for us, but literally for the work that we're doing. And I think that we're taught and conditioned, like, in a normal job of, don't take a break, you can't, like, you have to show up and all the things, but it's like, we have to be an industry that is okay with this kind of a thing. But I think it takes some work to navigate like what this actually looks like for each individual. So I kind of went on a tangent there, but what were you, I didn't catch like the end part of your actual question, like, because I just was like, oh, take a break, that was me yesterday. So let me know, based off what I just said, what's coming up for you.
Yeah, that it's perfect. So last year I had to take a step back. And when I say take a break, I meant more like I took care of the clients that I had. But my daughter was, you know, she's 13, she's in junior high, and as all of these kids after COVID and the lockdown went through a lot of mental health issues. And so she had a moment where she was having suicidal ideologies, and I realized that in the first 2 years of my business, I went hard. And I had a lot of success obsessed. Like I remember my first week that I like left my job, I had this huge thing and I was like, I'm tired of making money for somebody else. I'm going to do this. Everyone was questioning me. I did it, made $16,000 in my first week, and I was like, this is what I'm doing. This is what I meant to do. And so I went really, really hard on that journey. And I felt like my family kind of took a step back and I didn't recognize the signs that my daughter was showing. So I took
Mm-hmm.
a couple of months off, and that's the time that I actually pulled out of one-on-one mentorship with my previous mentor. And I just
Mm-hmm.
all of the fear, the doubts, not being strong enough, not being able to hold the energy, it hit me really hard. And so when I came, I was holding the space for the clients that I had, still showing up lightly. But when I came back to like, okay, I'm ready, I've maintained a balance, I've spent time with my family, I felt like I kind of disappeared or I felt like I dropped the ball, you know what I mean? And so it affected me
Yeah.
as a leader. So I think my question
So
is cultivating that energy and that confidence to come back and yeah.
So it's that, but also I think that we have to learn how to find a balance. So
Yeah.
that was like I went too hard because that wasn't sustainable and I didn't have time for my family or I wasn't noticing these other things and that's still a value. So then you have to come back extracting the lessons of like I can't just come back and go hard again. I want to come back with energy. I want to come back with confidence, but I want to come back and go and still have time for family and still be able to feel balanced. And so and of course we're still going to have seasons where we're a little bit more forward and need a little bit more space. But one, it's like take the lesson and the wisdom that you learned from that experience of going all in and then being like I need a break. And now how do you actually want to go back?
Mhm.
Confident in all the things, but like I want to go back in a way where all parts of my life feel sustainable. I want to go back where I'm integrating like this work life balance, whatever that looks like for you. Like come back with confidence. But this is also what I know, because I know that this is less about balance and more about for you for like the confidence piece is, I talk about all the time is like people match our energy.
Right.
So if you decide I'm going to go back and I don't need to reestablish myself, I'm not starting from ground zero. I'm just going to go back and decide to be powerful. People feel the power and they're there, they're watching. It's not like you need a season to rebuild the trust. You don't need it like it, but you have to just decide that's how it's going to be. And the how is just like you deciding today's the day I show up and you believing that people are going to meet your power. They're not like, oh, Ashley was away for a couple months. Like, let me take some time to like feel her vibe again. Like, no, as soon as you decide each post, each offer, everything, like people feel that potency, like the collapsing time that
Yeah.
we so often talk about with money, like that's also like that's within us just deciding to show up and be powerful. And people are like, boom, they feel it, we go. Like that's why yesterday I'm like, it took me probably 2 hours yesterday to decide to take the rest of the day off.
Yeah.
Like, and I can't believe I'm admitting that, but like, I knew it's just take the rest of the day off because the potency that you'll feel tomorrow, if you give yourself a day off, that's actually what matters because it's about the potency. And so if you just decide I'm back and I'm potent and I'm me now, it's like you never took time off.
Okay, got it. Okay. Got it. Got it.
Good.
Ready for your next one?
Okay.
Okay.
Ready.
What year in your business was the most challenging, and what was it that made it challenging?
Like this year.
Yeah.
I feel like every year had different challenges. I will say this year has been the most challenging for me. And
Mhm.
and I think it's exactly because it's so funny because it's the similar things that I always talk about, but like, as you reach this is what I found for me is as you continue to grow and build, there's more pressure.
Right. Right.
At the beginning there's no pressure because you have nothing to compare it to. You're like, whatever, let's go. Like there's
Yeah.
there's there's not as many people watching or you haven't really established anything, but now it's like, oh my god, I've established this and people are watching and
Yeah.
there's an expectation. And so it's like at the beginning when you take risks, it's like no one's watching you take risks, so it's fine, you just fail. But now it feels like, but I'm going to keep taking risks, but I actually have people watching and I have a reputation and there is like an energy, you know what I mean? So it's like there's that intertwined with all of the things that it's like, so the work right now is to like keep myself in that high vibration, the things that I talk about in all the trainings, and on a whole other level, be able to even more so stay in my own lane, even more so like stay connected to me, even if people are judging or watching, like, can I still pave the way? Can I still actually face humility? Like now actually people are watching. You know what I mean? Can I actually fumble? Can I actually like, like there's that. And so there's another level I find to like everything that I've been talking about and hold the energy in all my courses, but there's another level where it's harder because certain things are actually like people are actually watching differently, so it is challenging. And what's so funny is like the saying, like, what is there to lose? At the beginning, there's nothing to lose.
This
There's
is
nothing. And then
literally,
but now it's like, what is there to lose? My entire business,
yes.
my reputation, my like everything. So it's like, oh, to hold that as well, but that's an energetic thing and that's a perspective thing. So it's all hard, but also this is, I believe in this work is because if it was easy, I wouldn't have the wisdom. I wouldn't know how to navigate this, and then I wouldn't know what to say to people. So it's like a double-edged sword of like, this is hard, but I trust the process. Like I trust how to navigate it because I want to share it with people, and I want to be able to make it easier for you guys. And so it's like I'm willing to face the hard times and take it on to share the wisdom, so then it's not as hard for people, and I believe in that so strongly.
Yeah, I think that's what I got the most out of Trifecta. Really, like Trifecta really like slapped me around, but also like gave me that power, like that thought process. And I was telling someone yesterday that when I just started, it felt like I was just proving to myself. It was only like, oh, can I do this? And now it feels like I have so much more to lose, and that energy shift is intense. So thank you
And
for
now it's like, at the beginning it's like, I can do this, I can be brave, but now it's like, oh God, can I actually be brave? Can I be powerful? Can I face humility? And there is pressure and hold this. And so it's another iteration to all of our personal power, our confidence, our emotional intelligence, our humility. And to me, I look at that similar to what you're saying about Trifecta, is like, I look at that not from a place of like, oh, that's a lot to carry, but like, I'm going to rise to be someone who can be a next level, hold a next level confidence, hold a next level of humility, learn all these things for me and
Mhm.
for the world. And I feel you have that in you. You know what I mean? Like you do this work with your clients, and now it's just like, I'm in this situation and I'm called to rise. Am I going to rise? We are the kind of people, of course, we're always going to rise. What's the other option? Not? No. So like, bring it on. That's what this is.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I have
Okay.
one more if we have time.
Yes.
Okay. I think these two are kind of like intertwined. One of the biggest things that I have faced is that I have worked with clients that now make multiple $1 million. I've helped them develop signature programs that make so much money. And working with clients who are currently making more money than I am, or having colleagues, people that started with me at the same time, are making more money than I am. And everyone's telling me how I've helped them, how I've been so powerful. Sometimes I'm not even tagged or mentioned that I'm the mentor that helped them with this. How do you navigate your personal power in a space like that?
So you have to create the evidence.
Right, right, right. Okay.
So what I mean by that is your clients are making posts and not tagging you, and there's a little piece of like, I was part of all that money and I'm making less money, and like navigating that. But like, can you hold the hi Ocean? Can you hold the vibe and share to the world for yourself that I create massive wealth? And I've done it with my clients. I do it with my clients, and I'm doing it for me. Like, if there's another level of power, there's
Yeah.
another level of power of like, I do this, I already do this. You have to own it, you have to claim it. You don't wait for someone else to talk about how you helped them. You've got to talk about it yourself in that way. Like, I want to see you write about this. I don't see you write about this. I want you to own the space. Like, I help people who are millionaires, multimillionaires. Like, I want to hear that from you.
Yeah.
And there's a, I feel like from the reaction I see from you right now is like there's a power in you that wants to share that. I want to see that, Ashley.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been told to me for a really long time, and I don't know if it's like my feeling of being humble or what it is, like being able to talk about myself. I can hype up the next person. This is why I made other people so much money. It's like I can sell their things all day every day. And when it's come to me, it's like I think the conditioning of like I'm the light worker. I'm in service.
But what do you want? Do you want to be the light worker that's like, I'm quiet and everyone else can just shine? Like, and
No.
that's okay. But are you the light worker who's like, I do this work and I'm all these things and I'm big and I'm bold and I'm gonna say it how it is and I'm gonna talk about how great I am? Like, who do you want to be?
Yeah, no, I want myself and all my fellow light workers to own it.
So what's the fear in the way? And desire thought, fear thought. I've got trifecta in my mind. The
Yeah.
fear is, what if people don't like me? Are people judging? I'm not, blah, 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 all the conditioning. But what do you want? You're already changing the game with the work that you do with your clients.
Yeah.
You're doing this light worker work and you're creating multimillionaires.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now do it for you though. Do it for you.
Okay. Okay.
Claim
Yeah.
it.
Got it. Claimed. Got it.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you,
Is there
Mama.
anything else?
Um, okay, one more.
Okay.
In working with and being in high level mentorship, right? And being in like the masterminds that you are working with Melanie and Lair, I follow a lot of the you guys, like you, Kiara, a lot of people. And I noticed that a strategy may look similar. Is there a way that you keep your blinders on and stay focused when you see your colleague doing really well and maybe with a different strategy? And how do you hold your strategy? And I think I
So,
hear you in my head now already. Like,
well, here, this is what I've realized over the years, being in containers with extremely successful people, is we are all doing it our own way and we're all navigating the same mindset stuff. I'm very close with very successful people, and I've realized that it's not the way that we're doing it, it's who we are. So the people that I see are very successful and in these masterminds and that I'm networking with, it's like the number one piece is connecting to our own way, our own confidence, our own lifestyle, our own way of doing business. So the most important thing that I've seen for successful people is tuning back into our own intuition, our own confidence. So I'm doing that work. Kiara's doing her work. Like Robin, everyone's doing our own work. And it's not about do it her way. It's about we're all doing it our own way.
got it, got it.
So that's why it's like, oh, I see someone else in their power, but it doesn't mean go do it like them. It means, Steph, go find your power. It's about the way, it's about who we are, not what exactly we're doing. There's an energy, there's a confidence to all of us. We have
Got,
different ways, but the common denominator is our own confidence.
got it. Okay, so it's separate than the strategy.
Yeah.
It got it. Okay. All right, cool. Landed. Got it.
Yay! Well, Ashley, thank you so much for being on here. I love you so much. I love just having you in the collective and everything. And we were so excited to bring you on. And I'm so grateful to have you in my world. I think the world of you.
I can't tell you what the collective has done for me this year. Like, honestly, Steph, I feel so different. And Trifecta is on replay. It's on replay.
Good. Oh my God. I've been hearing that since Wednesday. So that makes me so happy. Well, we're grateful for you. I love you so much. And we'll see you in the next thing.
Love you. Bye, Mama.
All right. Yay. That was so good. Is linen ready? All right, you guys. This is exciting.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
It is so good to have you. How are you, Linen?
I'm good. Thank you. It's such an honor to be here. I'm in the background going, yes, I love these questions.
Oh my God, so good. So do you want to introduce yourself to everyone, just who you are, what you do, and then we can dive into anything that you want to ask. And
Yes.
Ocean says hi, apparently.
Hi, Ocean. He is so cute. My name is Lynn, and I'm an online business mentor. And just like many of us, I've been through a lot in my life. And I have always had this sense of there was more. I was meant to be more. There was more for me to do to help more people. And I think that that was my bus driver through all of the dips and the turns and the hurdles. And I never regret anything in my life because I love the woman who I am today. And I love the people I work with. And I love this series. And it's just a beautiful time. And the past 6 months have been really interesting to navigate in my life and my business. And one day you just popped up into my Instagram feed. And I really believe that you were sent as this gift to me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I think that I guess I'd start off there in terms of like industry and the people that we're connected to and how, we can shift. And I'm kind of posing this into like a question, how we can shift our perspective around so many different personality types and so many people we're surrounded with, like the perspective that we can have going in so we can learn to create more community. What are your thoughts around that?
Well, this is what I see is I think that this is the point of the coaching industry, is to see someone that has something and is doing something that we want to do and deciding to lean in and learn from them. You know what I mean? I think like that's the point, is like this collective energy of like, who are you? I like your energy. I like what you're doing. I want to know how. I want to get into your world. Like, I think like that's the point. And the more that we can do, whether it's like stuff like this connection, or like, that's the point of hiring a mentor. That's the point of being in a mastermind, being in programs of like, we're all here. We're all amazing. We're all different. And let's share each other's ways. Like that's the point of this collective mindset, success, money, wealth. Like no matter what kind of coach we are, I think we have codes to share with each other. And I just think having this like energy of when we see someone, to lean in and be open of like, I want to learn about this person. I want to learn how this person has created what they've created.
So true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the things that really attracted me to you is like your mind. It's so innovative. And I love that because like I see patterns in terms of like social media and the handles and the shifts and the trends. And so right now, like I think yesterday it was on your live, you started talking about not only like how your heart is breaking open and you're having this bird's eye view and this larger perspective around the coach industry, and how, I mean, I believe that coaching, the industry, is like the demographic where healing can be expedited so fast into wholeness. But I truly love like your mind around helping us like to rise up and have that larger perspective.
Yeah. It's so easy to get caught up in all the things because everyone's just worried about, I need to make it work. I need to make it work. I need to make it work. But it's like, I'm not just building a little coaching business. It's like, I want to build a coaching business where I've built a life that feels incredible. I want to have so much overflow and happiness. I want to have so much health, physical and mental health. I want to feel like I'm serving like the context for me, the big context of all of those things is what fuels me and allows me to stay in a really positive, open mindset that allows me to stay creative and innovative, because I'm not just thinking, what do I do today to make it work? I'm thinking I'm building a life. And I see beyond just me. I see the future of, like I was talking on that live stream yesterday, my family. I see the ripple of having conversations with you right now. This conversation is just you and me right now today, but I believe in the ripple of how this conversation will impact you today and what you'll do with it today in your business, for your clients, for your family. Like that context to me holds me to a very high standard. And that's why I hold myself the way that I do. And then whenever people come into my world, whether it's watching this or being on this with me or in any of my offers, it's like, then because I hold this frequency for me, people witness me holding myself to a higher standard, and you can't help but rise. So it's like this I think is really our work, because some people look at it of like only in the short-term things. What do I do today to make a sale today? But I'm looking at like, I'm not just focused on the little thing today. I'm focused on what am I building that's much bigger than just a little coaching business and making some money on the internet. It's like, I want to shift my life forever. I want to change the trajectory for my family forever. I want to have a conversation with someone today where this conversation impacts you, and then it impacts your family and your clients and down the road. When we look at it like that, the energy of which we do everything, the way that we invest in ourselves, the way that we show up, it's a completely different game. So this is why I'm so passionate around having these conversations, is because when we focus on the bigger context, the decisions we make in our business elevate, and then we make better decisions and we see results quicker. Mm-hmm. So it's a win-win-win across the board. That's how I see it. So it's like, but the way that we can all lead from that higher place is we have to align with our own bigger context. I align with my bigger context, then I can lead in a more empowering way. And then all the micro things, the small moments, the conversations with my clients, the way that I train, then that ripple is more profound. But it starts with our own bigger context.
That was one of the most powerful moments I think I've had with you so far, is that I was doing things in my business for the smaller context. And the past, I don't know, 2.5 months with you, there was a radical shift in like, no, like this is the long game, like you like posting, doing this, certain actions that we do to get an immediate result changed the freaking game for me. And I cannot thank you enough.
I'm so happy. But like, I just think like how grounding does it feel though, to have that realization of like, oh my God, I've just been playing in the short term. And then to like realize like, oh, like a weight has been lifted, right? When you can say like, I'm not just playing for the short term, I'm playing for something bigger. And just that context though, then you elevate, everything elevates, right? And so then like, I don't know if you've had this reflected back to you, maybe you have, but like in the last 2 months, if you've been in that frequency of like long-term game, maybe the way that you create content, the way that you're posting, the way that you are coaching your own clients, the energy is different. Then there's something about that. So I think even so, as leaders, as coaches, we ourselves, it's like, it's my job for my clients, for me to have the best context. Because if I only have the short-term context, then I'm coaching short-term context coaching, like I'm giving short-term answers. There's no depth to my coaching. So my big context doesn't just serve me and make me feel better. It then ripples into how I coach people. And then when I can coach people from a more grounded state, they feel better, right? So it's like, I'm wondering if that has happened to you, even like 2 months, the frequency of everything changes, people notice, and then just everything becomes better. And you get the short-term results, but not from a place of like, how do I get short-term results? But from a place of like, of course, this is all happening for me because my frequency is completely different.
It chills every single day. Like my heart is broken open and I feel like I've been revived or something, it ripples into everything. And that right there is freaking priceless. So thank you so much.
Well, I'm so happy. And like, I mean, part of what I said at the beginning is like, I notice this about people. So does the team, especially in the collective, when we see, all the things, like there was something about you when you came in. There's just something about you. There was something about how you participate. There's something about how you do the work. And the fact that like you came in and now you're sharing with us like how the last 2 months have been in this like longer term frequency that you've stepped into. I'm like, oh, of course, because the way that you leaned into the work, the way that you're listening, oh, it's landing. I'm thinking about this and I'm implementing like the integration of what's happening for you right now doesn't surprise me just because of how you've been showing up. And that's profound.
The integration for sure. Yeah. We don't have to be perfect. We can start right where our feet are planted and take that action. So true.
100%. Is there anything else that you wanted to ask?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a short one. Well, maybe.
Oh, it's all good. It's fine.
So considering its industry, I love to get into your mind about like the evolution on more so speaking like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So what is your perception right now? Like, what are you feeling right now in terms of content trends, thought leadership? And you talk about like brand versus sales.
Yeah. I mean, I'm brand. Like if you focus on content, documenting your life, documenting your journey, giving value, like creating community on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, all the places, when you have that, you don't need a crazy marketing strategy because you have trust. Like the way that I see more than ever, not just on social media, but for the coaching industry, is if we can create really strong, incredible personal brands that are in alignment with the work that we do, where people can see our embodiment of exactly what we teach, like we are building something really big, and that's where you get the sales, because people want to be beside leaders who they see they're fully embodied in what they're doing. So, it's so interesting because like, again, it depends on the day and the time that when someone asks me, like, what's the trend? This isn't really a trend, but this is what I see the future of coaches having extremely large social media platforms, because almost like celebrity status. But you know what I mean? In the sense of like, we're known for the work that we do, and we're doing it in a way where it's natural and exciting and organic for us to share it on our social media, because the impact of social media is ridiculous. Like a reel can go viral and you reach 5 million people. That's 5 million people that can learn about the incredible work that you do. And I think that I want to see more coaches leverage that power, because we should be so excited that it's so easy for us to reach so many people and share the incredible work that we do for free, right, on our social media. But that's how your business financially is going to build, because people are going to buy your offers. You want to work with you. So I think like, I just want to get more coaches excited to share their work on social media, because the impact of one post is ridiculous. Like one post can reach so many people, can change people's lives, can change our lives. And so that's why it's like, get excited about it. And I'm not just saying this to you, I'm saying this because I know a lot of people are going to hear this as well, is like, our focus should be having the most healthy, genuine relationship with social media. That's where people mess it up. When it's unhealthy of like, oh, I'm just doing it to get the likes, or I'm just doing it so then people buy from me, the depth is quite shallow. We really have to look at what is our actual relationship with social media and the numbers and the followers and the engagement, to not be attached to those things, so we can actually show up and share content and build community from a place of service, not from a place of I'm doing it so I get something in return. And that's where I think we, as coaches, we just have to keep doing our own work to make sure that we're doing everything from a very pure place. Because if it's only shallow, we're going to have a very shallow brand, very shallow community, very shallow business. And so it's to stay connected.
That was like a preach. I love that.
Okay. I'm like, glad we got that one. Like that was good.
There's so much.
But like, thank you for bringing that up, because like, that's what everyone's thinking. What do I do? What's the trend? How do I go viral? How do I get people to see me? There's a million ways. But the way that's going to be the most impactful and the way that's going to last is like us taking care of ourselves and us connecting back to our mission, but also us seeing the power of social media. If we wake up every day and we remember the power of social media, the power of one post, that's how we stay connected. That's how we stay connected and consistent. And then we build something, and it's a win. It feels good. It's free content. We reach people and we build our businesses and we make money at the same time. But it's not that if we're only focused on like, what do I do today so people buy my thing? It's like, wah, wah, wah. That's sad coach energy. Were you in triple threat? That's sad coach energy. Wah, wah, wah. We don't want that. We're done here. Like take us to church. No, but that's what it is. That's what it is.
I mean, it's affecting my work. It's affecting my clients' work. It's affecting their clients' work. You know, it's just like, I just really am, I feel so blessed and that you've come into my life. And if anybody has the opportunity to work with Stephanie, I would not hesitate. I would not hesitate.
Thank you,
So
Lynette. You're amazing.
if you were to say, you're welcome. If you were to say one thing to someone who is on the fence to work with you, what would it be?
Oh my God. It's like, we don't even set up these questions. That's so funny. You know what? I'm at a place where it's like, I feel like I don't want to ever have to say something to someone. I want someone to know. I want someone to know. I don't want, you know what I mean? Like, I want someone to actually like know themselves and think about it themselves to know like, I'm ready now, because the frequency of that relationship is going to be much more grounded and much more impactful and much more valuable and much more longer term. Like what I really care about is like deep, real connections. Like I want someone to come into, whether it's like a masterclass or the collective or private coaching, to be like, I'm ready. And I want them to feel that themselves. And I wish I would have heard myself say this years ago, because it would have changed the way that I sold back then. But I really like, it's like to have someone come to me and say like, Steph, I thought about it. I'm ready. Like how you came in the collective, you are like, I'm coming. It's not right now, but I'll be coming. Like I could tell by your energy, like she's thinking about it. She's thought about it. There's a process going on. And I trust your process of like the timing and the whatever thought process we need to say yes to ourselves to go do something. I believe that we have to have that process to show up and be committed to something intentionally. And there's power in that. That doesn't mean overthink. That doesn't mean self-sabotage. That doesn't mean give in to fear, but being intentional, saying yes to stepping into something, I think will revolutionize, like change the way that we show up in a container. And I think that's really powerful.
That's all I have to
We're
say.
gonna end there. Like,
Yeah.
well, Lennon, we love you so much. Like I'm so grateful to have you in all the spaces, and the team loves you and we love you. The community loves you. So thank you for being you and showing up. And we're so grateful to have you on the industry, obviously here, but especially inside of our collective. Like you do not go unnoticed. We see you, and I know the whole community sees you, and we just love the way you show up. So thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're so welcome. All right. That was good. This was really good. This does not shock me that when we bring on people like that, really intentionally, how amazing the conversations are. So is there anything from comments or anywhere? Or are we just kind of going to wrap up?
I think we just wrap it up. Everyone's just kind of
Liking
based on
it.
this conversation.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. As always, please share if you ever want to share in your Instagram story, if you're taking a boomerang or a picture and tagging myself and the team when you're watching, we really appreciate it. And if you, I'm kind of going to open up the floor. If you feel like you want to be a guest and you want to come on, you can, write in the comments or message the team. And we are consistently filling up the schedule to bring people on every Friday. So we don't just want you to watch, we want to bring you on. And obviously you can see how valuable these conversations are, not just for the people that we bring on, but for everyone watching. So we are grateful. We love you. Have a fabulous Friday. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Mwah. Bye, everyone.